Hey guys, this is Stu. Just doing my second inbox review of one of the three I promised. This was also another purchase from Cheap Kits and Bits via Tim Ivett, so thanks buddy. It's a super little vehicle. I actually saw James Devale build this kit last year, and I've had my eye on it ever since actually. And when I saw one up for offer on Tim's site, I thought I can't let this one go. So there you go. This actual little tank came into the early stages of the American campaign in North Africa, and the scheme depicted on the box is of that very vehicle. It was basically used as a scouting tank ahead of the main force and a reconnaissance vehicle, and was not only used in Europe and North Africa but also out in Burma as well, and I believe in the Pacific campaign. And thousands of them were made, and it was quite a versatile little tank indeed. And it was only actually powered by a tiny little diesel engine, but there you go. Anyway, it's depicted on the front of the box. It's basically being used in its scouting reconnaissance role as is ahead of the main force, and behind it is obviously a downed or taken out Panzer IV, and at the back you can see the actual Lee Grant, as it were. On the side of the box you've got an illustration of the actual kit in the two schemes, one of two schemes, in fact there's actually four. You've also got the option of doing a Russian example, because these are also used out in the latter stages of the Russian campaign as well. On the side you've got an illustration, box illustration as well as the assembled kit. Now the kit number on this is 13269. Okay, so if you want to pause that, by all means do so. Okay, and then on the other side you've got illustrations of the various assembled vehicles, which you see here, including the interior, because this kit actually comes with an interior, hence why I snapped this version up. Okay, right, let's have a look to see what's inside the actual kit itself. First off, we've got the instruction sheet as is depicted here. You've got the box illustration on the front of the sheet, and then a little history about the vehicle itself underneath, along with the various symbols that you use during the building process. Alright, now you're going to have to bear with me guys, because this is a little bit of a concertina one. I'll try and do my best on this one. It's going to be a bit awkward, but hey. First off, you've got the assembly of the running gear, as you can see here. Then you add them to the lower hull, which you see there, and then next off you start on the interior. Obviously you've got the actual shell storage centre there, and seeing James's videos on the build of this, it does look very effective, as you can see there. That's the various sections of the interior. Once that's done, it's added to the grilled floor, which is very good for detail. And then you've got the assembly of the driver's seat, or both seats, and then put the main middle part of the vehicle along with the fire extinguisher and the actual engine. I think that's the engine, or was it the drive shaft, which goes at the front there. Then add the seats and the driving sticks, which you see there. And then you've got the radio gear, which goes at the back of the actual plate. And then add that to the lower hull. Okay, then next you start working on the upper hull, basically adding the machine guns out, or you have the option of having them closed, so it's entirely up to you what you want to do. Again, then you add the headlamps to the upper hull along with the front plate, and obviously you've got the two hatches there, which you have the option of having it closed or open. And seeing as I'm going to build the interior, I'm definitely going to leave one of them open. Then you fill the great radiator grille, and I don't know what those are. I'm not quite sure. Bear with me guys, but you add those in, along with some of the tool assembly to the upper hull. And then the next stage is to put the back plate on the upper hull, along with the storage racks, which I assume are the ammunition packs. And they both go onto the back of the vehicle along with the mud guards and obviously the exhaust system, which you see there. And then you place both the storage racks on the back of the actual hull, as you can see indicated here. Okay. Then it's a case of assembling the upper hull to the interior of the lower hull, and you have the option of either putting plastic rubber tracks on, or you've got the workable tracks. I'm going to go for the workable ones because I think you're going to get a bit more of an actual sort of sag to them and look to them. And then you've got the option of the assembly of the tow rope, which you can use a piece of string and add the two kit parts. Now, to be honest with you, that is going to be a bugger. I've done it before and it is a sod. So I'm going to see if I can source some brass accessories to go with this kit. I know I'm going to order a metal barrel. I've seen that advertised by RB models. Right, step 7 is the assembly of the actual barrel itself. But again, I'm possibly going to be sourcing the metal barrel from RB models. Okay. And then you build the actual cradle of the turret, excuse me, along with the I think the loader's seat and the machine gunner's seat. I think that's right. I may be wrong. And then you assemble the turret, which you see here on the 2 stages. And there's a photo of the assembled turret, which you can see there, if you can use that as a reference. And then add the turret to the lower cradle along with the mantle. Okay. And I'm not quite sure what that is, but that's a sub-assembly anyway. And then step 8 is the option of whether you want to do, if you're doing the US versions, obviously you're going to have to add the 2 spare petrol tanks along with the MG34. Okay, and then you add the front mantlet over the barrel onto the turret. Okay, and there you can see the assembled kit. Okay, and that is the assembly of the tank. Now these are the actually 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 colour options on this, and that's your colour call outs on there as well. First one is the US 3rd Platoon, Company C, 1st Armoured Battalion, 1st Armoured Division, Tunisia, December 1942. Now I think that's the version that's depicted on the box. Okay, and then you've got 2 other versions which were used. I think this is an unidentified. Oh, hang on, beg your pardon. This is the 2 Soviet options. Apparently, you've got 2. First one is called Paint the Arse. So there you go. Very apt name. And then the other one's called The Payoff. Because obviously they have various names for the 2 battalions. Oh no, this is at Bougainville. Beg your pardon, I made a bit of a hiccup. I was on the brain fart there. The other 2 options are the ones that you use at Burma. That is the UMC 3rd Battalion, Marine Tank Battalion, Bougainville, November 1943. And you've got 2 options in that, which is obviously Paint the Arse. I love that. Or The Payoff. That's quite interesting. I possibly might opt for those. And then you've got another 2 examples for the Soviet Army. One is of unit which is unidentified in 43, which you see here. And the last option is another unidentified unit at Warrens, summer 1942. Okay. And then obviously on the back you've got the sprue tree. Right, let's have a look at the kit itself. Right, I want to show you this. If I can get it in the light, I don't know if you can see that, but you've got the grilled bottom of the interior of the actual cradle for the turret there, which I think is absolutely super. If I get the light over a bit better, I don't know if you can see it. There you go. Isn't that super? Really, they really have done their research here. So well done to Academy. Obviously you've got the front mantlet, which you see here, down here, all the rivet detail, and then you've got the MG34 there, which is beautifully detailed. Okay, so that's that. Second sprue is obviously the interior. Again, you've got the back plate wall there, which is beautifully made out, and that'll come out lovely with a wash and to be weathered. And then you've got the shell racks, which you see there. And obviously you've got the grill, and then obviously this is some of the side plates. But the thing I like is the way they caught the actual grille on the actual base of the interior. That is lovely. Really nice. And then you've got obviously the tools, which you see here. And there's your toe end of the tow rope there. Again, it's very crisply moulded, not 1 ounce of flash. And that's your main barrel there, which you can see. And look at the detail on that. Absolutely superb. Okay. And then the 4th screw. Again, you got as parts of the hull. And look at that. The way they've caught the rivets. Absolutely superb. Really nicely done. And obviously you've got the exhaust system, which you see here. And various storage racks, and there's the radio actually here. You can see, we'll get it in the shot. There you are. Look at the detail on that. Absolutely brilliant. Come up lovely with a dry brush. Then you've got the running gear, which you see here. Again, not an ounce of flash. Absolutely supremely detailed, along with all the suspension. That is going to look lovely. Really, really nice. Okay, guys. Now, these are the rubber tracks, which you see here, which I have to say aren't bad, to be honest with you. They've really caught the detail of the track on it superbly. Really nicely done. And obviously you've got the teeth there for the tracks, which go onto the cogs of the actual sprockets. And here you've got all the pins for the self-assembled tracks, and then the various track panels. I'm not taking it out of the box because I've got the tow rope in here, guys, so I don't want to lose that. But there you go, you get a rough idea of the actual plates of the actual tracks. Okay, so that's going to be a bit fiddly, but it'll be worth it in the end. And then obviously we've got here the lower hull, which you see there. Nice detail again, especially on the bottom. And they've even left the bottom hatch open. Look at the rivet detail on that. Superb. And this is the upper hull, which you see here. Again, it's beautifully crisply moulded, along with the rivets. Really nice and boxy, which the old Stuart was. And this will give you an impression of how tiny this tank is. I've got the upper and lower hull assembled. It's minute. Absolutely minute. Now, last but not least, we've got the decals, which you see here. They are a little shiny, I have to say, and I've heard bad vibes about their decals. So what I might possibly do to safeguard myself is look online and see if I can get some aftermarket decals. Yeah, so enough said about that subject. But all in all, this kit, although it's a tiny little tank, it absolutely packed with plenty of detail. And the thing I like is the fact you've got the added option of either doing rubber or self-assembled tracks. Oh, one more thing I was going to show you. Here's the turret. How about that? Doesn't that look gorgeous? Okay. So there you go. And that, my friends, is the M3A1 Stuart as distributed by Academy. I'm glad I got it. Having seen it built by James DeVal, it looks a super little kit. I definitely recommend you go out and get one, and I'm looking forward to the build. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. Get kit crazy, happy modelling, and I'll see you on the next review. Bye for now.